Welcome back to Planet Crypto. My name is Chase. I am a level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Just to give you a little background on where we're at, we're going to look at Bitcoin today, and we're going to look at potential, my opinion, on why I think Bitcoin is not going to go as high as a lot of people think. And let's get right to it. Based on the Fibonacci scale, right? These are based on math. I'm a big fan of math. I'm a big fan of common sense. Not a big fan of moon and hype. So here we go. Our current cycle is here. Why are we looking at here and not the full cycle? Well, we're going to look at both, but we're going to start here. The summer high to the fall lows. March highs, August lows, to be clear, right? That's where this is. Then you have the 1618, 2618. That's kind of what we're looking at. And we go back to the last time, 2019. Summer highs, lows. We're going to get into all this. And you might be saying, well, that was the Black Swan COVID event. We're going to cover all that as well. But my opinion on why I think we're going to top out somewhere around here between these two. So let's get right to it. Let's start back here. All right. So given this fact, going from the highs to the lows with the wicks, with the COVID, the Black Swan event, if you will, we peaked out about halfway between the 1618 and the 2618. Yeah. Okay, so based on diminishing returns, each cycle is less than the previous. Historically speaking, forever, that should continue. Why would we expect this cycle to do anything further than that? We wouldn't. So if we were going to assume that this is accurate, and again, we're going to look at the other lows as well, and we'll show you even more evidence on why this backs that up even more. A little bit less than halfway, right? Let's look at halfway here. That would put it about 120. Okay? If everything's considered even. Doesn't always happen that way. If it's going to go to half, right? I think a little bit less than half. So that would be maybe just over 100K. All right? You following me? All right. We have plenty more here to come. All right. So what about if we don't take it from the lows? Where did it peak out then? I'm glad you asked. So these are rough because I'm not snapping it to it here, just for time base. It got just above the 2618 if we don't go from the Black Swan event, okay? We're all on board here. Just above the 2618. So if we take it from there, and we're not going to, assuming we're not going to have another Black Swan event, right? And the lows are in. We take this a little bit more safe. I think that drawdown is a little bit more accurate based to this drawdown, right? So just above the 2618 here. So perhaps just below or at the 2618 here. That's still only 144K. How many people are calling for well beyond that as of now? Okay. So let's assume also that the diminishing turns will continue, which they should. Okay. And let's look at the drawdowns here. So from the high to the low is about 50%. For the COVID drop, just FYI, is 70%. How far did we do here? Rough estimates again. About 34%, 35%, right? A little bit less than that one even. So this makes a little bit more sense to me that we would top out just under the 2618 here if we're taking from the summer. Now I can hear some of you saying, well, what about the entire market cycles? So let's look at that. So let's remove this. Let's do the entire cycle here. Just try to be accurate. We'll pinpoint this. If you want to be as accurate as possible, if you hold down control on your keyboard, it should snap right to these lows and to the highs, right? You just hold it down and move your cursor around. You can see how it like jitters, right? You can do that. And it's like exactly to the penny. Okay. So if we take it from the cycle high to low, previous cycle high, right? To the low, it gets us right to the 1618. That's like exact, almost right on it, right? A pretty damn good predictor. Okay. So now, what about this one? What if we take that same one? Here we go. So the 1618 here, this might be a little off. I feel like it's slightly off. One of these wicks might not again caught, but the 1618, 175. But again, the law of diminishing returns, we're not going to quite get there. So how far low? We don't know. That's why we kind of looked at the summers, because we have nothing to go off of from cycle high to cycle low, right? There's nothing in between here. So if you do these summer high-low dips, right? It's more recency biased. I think probably more predictive and more accurate for something in between there. So 175, anybody calling for higher than 175, look at the facts in front of you here. Why would it go higher than that? Right, be saying like, well, ETFs, like, no. Like, who cares? Get the news and those news-driven events out of your head. Do not be the dumb money this cycle. How many times have you made mistakes? My main point of this video is not to predict where Bitcoin is going. It's to help you avoid the trap of being dumped on this cycle, as you may have been in previous cycles or previous coins. That's all. So if I could help any one person out there save some money this cycle, there you go. If you want more help navigating this cycle, we make daily updates in our private Telegram alerts group. You can find that through Patreon, linked below. We talk about this and much more on a daily basis. Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance, market caps, DXY, you name it, requests, whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. So that's my 2 cents to keep it as kind of quick and concise as possible without going too far in depth. But if you want to see more, maybe we want to see Ethereum covered something like this, or Chainlink, or Render, or whatever your favorite altcoins are. We can look at similar vibes and where I think some of these ultimate macro tops will be, based on, again, not drawing things out of thin air, based on the Fibonacci and math and logical common sense. All right, I'll wrap it up there. Let's get to our quote and card of the day. Bad officials are the ones elected by good citizens who do not vote. Might be an appropriate quote for the day. I don't know why you would find that not in maybe like, I don't know, March, April, May, just after November. I don't know why. Okay. I don't make them up, folks. Yellow Ferrari, car of the day. Anybody guess what this is? I'd be impressed. There's one giveaway in this one. Like, it looks similar to another Ferrari. Any Ferrari aficionados out there? This is the giveaway right here. Not on many Ferraris. It's the 488, the Ferrari 488. What's the difference between the 458 and the 488? Well, they don't have this on the 458. This is the special edition Aperta, though. What does Aperta mean? It's just open in Italian, right? This one's pretty great. My pick. Yellow, always. Ferrari, you could go red, but yellow. Why not? If you're going to be obnoxious, and why not just do yellow? Supercar, yellow trim inside, of course. Alrighty, comments below, try to read them all. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching this long if you have. 47 gold stars. Ferrari for you.